Support, guys, support. Let's grow this cat channel to 1,000 subscribers. Guys, support, like, or subscribe. Let's grow this cat channel to 1,000 subscribers. On this channel, I feed homeless stray cats. I give them food. So if you want a partnership with me and give support by sending some money to feed the cats, a small donation, you could do so. You send it to me and I donate it to the cat shelter and the dog shelter. Thank you, my friends. All new subscribers, thank you. Can we get 1,000 subscribers? I need this cat channel to get 1,000 subscribers. Come on, let's go, let's go. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I make this YouTube channel so this channel can reach gets monetized today. I hope this channel can get monetized this week. Support on this channel. I make videos with cats. I cook for them, give them food, stray cats. Plus, I get every month I donate money to the cat shelter, and I get some stray cats. Different neighbors, cat in the village come around. I cook, give them food. Yeah, some people don't treat cats nice. Cat is stray for her food. I decide to cook and give these cats food. Check out the channel, you can see some of them in the videos. I make video for them because I said I want to do something back to us. I love cat, I love dogs. I even have chicken channel. I raise chicken and I have a chicken channel. So guys can check out the chicken channel named Master Chicks Poultry Farm. Master Chicks Poultry Farm and Master Chicken Poultry Farm. Those two channels I do videos there for chicken, but tonight we speaking about cats. This cat channel is about showing you guys how to take care. If you want to support the cat this channel, let's get 1K subscriber. I'm trying to raise 10,000 US dollars to give to the shelter. I hope you guys support me. It's not easy to raise 10,000 US dollars. Says, but somebody can start a GoFund page. It can be great. I need a GoPro. One of those GoPro, a mic. I need like a mic, a GoPro, camera, and I need a new phone. I usually like Samsung phone, Samsung. Any Samsung phone. You guys could send for me. There's four things on my list I want. A Samsung phone, I need a Samsung phone, camera, a mic, a GoPro, and come on guys, support. And I don't do enough talking in these lives. Appreciate all the comments. 7 million guys comment and tell me which country watching me from. I need a channel to push 1,000 subscribers tonight. Or so can we get 500? At least 500 subscribers tonight. So I get 70 subscribers. Somebody could tell me how many subscribers I got now. Bellet, a bellet. I hope I say your name right. Thanks for commenting. I will give you a bloom. Have you subscribed to the channel? If you have a channel, a YouTube channel, and you comment and you subscribe to my channel, I give you a blue jacket. So you guys could get a blue jacket as a member of this channel. And you have to tell me yes, you subscribe, and make sure you leave a comment in the short video or the long form video in my channel. So I could give you a blue jacket. So support. Let's go to 1,000 subscriber. It's probably you could get like 300 subscribers, 500 tonight. We could get it. Because after this live stream, people could save you. I hope you guys continue support my channel. Keep supporting. Wonderful love and support is there. I get easy coming on this live stream. It's a like and support. Guys, subscribe. I'm from Guyana, South America. Guyana, South America. Gonna shout out to friends in the US. I sure I got friends in the US, Philippines, Indonesia, Florida, Canada. You guys are so big supporters to this channel. New subscribers, thanks coming. Returning subscribers, thanks as women. I want to grow this cat channel. When I get membership, you guys could be members. So reaching, I want to get 1,000, get monetized for his membership. Get a special videos for all my members. I hope I could push this channel to 1,000 tonight or this week, 1,000 subscribers. But I need you guys to give me subscriber. Thanks for the like. Thank you. keep liking the video, guys. Support Wonderful Lovers. Support of you guys are the big support of this channel. I guess some people do not support me. Friends, family don't even support. Support Wonderful. Guys, you are a big help to this channel. I can remember when you guys give me 50. I said, guys, support. And when I less shocked when you guys give me 50 and then get live stream. Now we are 70 subscriber. Thank you. Support the channel. Push. Yeah, man, you up that for me? Guys, support Wonderful Lover. Support. You are a good supporter. Great supporters. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's go 1,000 on the board. Even 500 subscriber. Appreciate you guys are big help and support. Nice engagement. Support. You are a big help. Support Wonderful Lovers. Support. But you get up. Guys, support Wonderful Love. Guys, you are a big help in my Come on, love, 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 love. Comment and tell me something. Do you like the cat? Do you love the cat?
Poised to become the next Bulgarian Prime Minister, Radev has signaled skepticism for wartime support for Kyiv. Radev has maintained that he opposes Bulgarian military support for Ukraine, calling for what he describes as a pragmatic dialogue with the Kremlin. He also criticized EU to maintain energy ties with Moscow. This comes despite Bulgaria being an important supplier of ammunition and explosives for Ukraine. Analysts believe that Radev is unlikely to block European support for Ukraine outright, instead choosing a more pragmatic approach by opting out of EU financial mechanisms. Speaking on Monday in Budapest, TISA party leader Peter Magyar called on President Zelensky to restore all flows through the Druzhba pipeline, saying that the matter was not a game.
What I can say to the Ukrainian president is this: we do not know each other. We have not spoken on the phone or in any other way. This is not a game. So if the Druzhba oil pipeline, the Friendship pipeline, is transporting crude oil, then he should please open it in line with his commitment, and we should ask the Russians to feed crude oil into it, because without both sides, it simply does not work. We also have information that this could happen in the coming days, as may already have been announced by various sources. We will not enter into any form of blackmail, and I would not recommend it. I say again, we do not know each other, but I would not recommend that the Ukrainian president.
Hey, stop what you're doing right now, because what I'm about to share with you. Hey, stop what you're doing right now, because what I'm about to share with you could be the most important 4 minutes of health information you'll hear this year. And I say that not to be dramatic, but because most doctors, including many oncologists, are still not telling their patients over 50 about this. Not because they don't know, but because it doesn't come in a pill bottle. I'm Dr. William Lee, vascular biologist, cancer researcher, and author. And I've spent over 25 years studying what actually prevents cancer at the cellular level. And what I found, confirmed by a landmark
capabilities and resources. Russia also started the war against Ukraine with strange motives, clearly not limited by rational logic or interest. Do so in the future. Now, on the contrary, Russia has given Ukraine the core, the example of a defensive operation which has allowed the rapid development of the Ukrainian defense market and military-industrial complex. Today, this sector is producing colossal examples and significant innovations. Take, for example, the use of ground-based robotic systems, especially in the Zaporizhzhia direction, which, to be honest, impress not only viewers in Ukraine and not only participants in the defense industry in the Persian Gulf countries. They even impress the Americans. According to many articles I see from the military, from an industrial perspective, let's put it that way, these scientists and engineers in particular, they highly appreciate the use specifically of new advanced types of weaponry on the Ukrainian fronts.
Oleg, you already mentioned China, yes, and in this context and in light of what is happening, well, obviously reacting to everything that comes from Donald Trump, what he says, what he posts on the social network, Truth Social.
"60 feet below the surface of the Persian Gulf, no moonlight, no sound, just black water and pressure. 4 men are down there right now. They are not on a rescue mission. They are not looking for a lost submarine. They are looking for a wire, one specific wire, buried under sand and silt on the ocean floor. A fiber optic cable, no thicker than a garden hose. And inside that cable, every piece of military communication the Iranian armed forces sends across the Gulf, troop movements, weapons data, encrypted orders from Tehran to naval commanders in the Strait of Hormuz. Tonight, that wire goes dead. And when it does, it has to look like it died on its own. No signs of cutting, no signs of divers, no signs that anyone was ever there. This is not a movie. Operations like this have happened. Undersea cables have been cut, tapped, and destroyed by special forces units going back decades. Tonight, we are walking through how one of those missions might look step by step, breath by breath, from insertion to extraction. Stay with me. It gets very tense, very fast. The Persian Gulf is one of the most watched bodies of water on Earth. The Iranian Navy patrols it constantly. They have fast attack boats, they have coastal radar, they have underwater drones, they have a network of military fiber optic cables running along the seabed cables that carry classified communications between their naval bases, missile sites, and command centers. Intelligence has identified one cable in particular. It runs from a command hub near Bandar Abbas down the seabed toward a forward operating position used to coordinate fast boat swarms in the strait. This is not a civilian internet cable. It carries purely military data. Cutting it will not knock out Iranian internet or hurt civilians. It will blind a specific military command node at a critical moment. The mission tasking comes down simply: find the cable, cut it cleanly, make it look like a natural failure, get out, no explosives, no noise, no traces. The team assigned is 4 Navy SEALs from SEAL Team 3, which has operated in the Gulf for years. They are trained in combat diving, underwater demolitions, and special reconnaissance. For this job, they are not blowing anything up. They are using precision hand tools and years of practice. They will insert from a civilian-looking workboat, old, rusty, flying, no flags that mean anything, a boat that belongs, a boat that nobody can ice in these waters. They will dive at 0200, peak of darkness. Minimum patrol activity based on pattern analysis done over the previous 6 weeks. Mission time underwater, 90 minutes maximum. Any longer and the air runs out and the window closes. 90 minutes to find a wire, cut it correctly, clean up every trace, and surface. Clock starts now. The workboat sits dead in the water, engine off, drifting slightly with the current. To any radar sweep, it looks like a fishing vessel that lost power. Happens all the time out here. Below deck, the 4 SEALs are already suited up. No bright colours, full black dry suits. Closed circuit rebreathers on their backs, these produce 0 bubbles. An open circuit tank exhales bubbles that rise to the surface and can be spotted from patrol boats above. Rebreathers recycle the air. Nothing reaches the surface. Nothing betrays your position. Each man carries a dive sled for propulsion, a set of precision cutting tools, evidence bags, a tablet-sized sonar unit to locate the cable, and a sidearm in a waterproof holster. Standard for this kind of work. The team leader, call him Jack, goes over the plan one final time using hand signals. No radios underwater, no words, just hands and muscle memory built from hundreds of practice dives. They slip over the side one at a time. No splash, controlled entry. The water temperature is 28 degrees Celsius.
What if one simple change in your daily coffee routine could help control your blood sugar naturally? Before you take your next sip, there's something important you need to know that could change your health. I'm not talking about any miracle formula, and I'm not selling anything. I'm talking about coffee, the drink that's in your kitchen right now, and one detail that changes everything: the way and the timing in which you drink that cup. Hi, I'm Dr. Richard Ben, a physician, and in recent years I've closely followed hundreds of patients with prediabetes and type 2 diabetes, especially people over 60. And what I'm going to tell you today is something that has truly changed many of their lives. Brazil is facing a silent crisis. According to the Ministry of Health itself, diabetes cases have increased by 135% in less than 2
warned that the earliest tsunami wave reached the northern shoreline immediately. It has called for immediate evacuation from the coastal regions and riverside areas to a safer place, such as higher ground or an evacuation building. The Prime Minister's office in Japan has set up crisis management teams.
Sarah Python, action here, and this is day 4 of the ceasefire, and for hours now there's been an Israeli drone flying overhead, very low. The ceasefire has given people the opportunity to come and see the damage caused by Israeli airstrikes. But given the scale of the devastation, for a lot of people, there's nothing to go back to. Well, here there is work already underway to clean up the rubble, and it's very dusty here, but it gives us an idea of the scale of the challenge to rebuild what's been destroyed. We've been driving around Dar here, and we've seen piles of rubble like this almost everywhere, and usually there is a Hezbollah flag at the top of the rubble. But interestingly here, there's also an Iranian flag and a poster with the image of the late Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. And for a lot of people in Lebanon, this represents what Hezbollah is about. Critics of the group say Hezbollah defends, protects the interests of Iran, dragging Lebanon into unwanted wars.
The body of a UN peacekeeper killed in an attack in Lebanon over the weekend has been repatriated to France. On Monday, both France and the US said Hezbollah was responsible for the death of Staff Sergeant Florian Montario, who was killed by small arms fire in southern Lebanon on Saturday. I've been speaking to the UNIFIL deputy spokesperson Tilak Pokharel for more on the situation.
It was a very unfortunate incident, a tragic one. It was not the first time. In the past few weeks, we had a few incidents involving deaths of our peacekeepers. In this particular incident over the weekend, our peacekeeping team was out on a road that was potentially mined in the course of the hostilities recently. And they were going to open the road so that they could open the access to some of our posts, which were isolated for several days. And as they were working on the device, they identified as an explosive device. Then they came under fire, and that's how it happened, unfortunately.
And is there any further investigation into the circumstances? Have you sought accountability from those who are responsible for this?
We as the mission has launched an investigation. Of course, we have not reached a conclusion, but very preliminary assessment indicates that Hezbollah personnel are behind this. That's what our peacekeepers on the ground think, and this is what the mission thinks. And we are also in touch with the government of Lebanon, and we strongly urge them to hold the perpetrators to account and then punish those responsible.
Now,
Cooling solution today. Visit www.ach-gy.com. Here at Kissoons, it's our aim to help you get that good night's sleep. With our line of foam products, from mattresses in all sizes, memory foam pillows, therapeutic and contour pillows, orthopedic back and neck cushions, hospital and custom mattresses too. Shop in store today. Kissoons Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Discover opulent living and its finest. Introducing luxury.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to yet another very, very exciting show of Bedtime Stories.
We don't know how this will go, but still we urge the parties to put down arms and resolve this through dialogue. And at the center of this is what we call Security Council Resolution 1701, which, if they implement, there is a solution within that framework.
Now, there are to be more talks here in Washington, D.C. later this week. Are you hopeful that some resolution can be reached there?
Any talk, any peaceful way of resolving the situation here is a welcome sign. We hope that brings some hope, some peace here and stability. And then we can only hope for this. And we are here to support, in a way, to support the parties in their, in fulfilling their obligations under, for example, in this case, the resolution that we are guided by 1701. So we only can hope for it.
Now to a different story. An American singer has pleaded not guilty after being charged with the brutal murder of a 14-year-old girl thought to be his girlfriend. David Anthony Burke, known professionally as David, was on tour when the dismembered body of Celeste Rivas Hernandez was discovered, as Shaima Khalil reports from Los Angeles. So let's go live to Los Angeles and speak to Shaima now. Shaima, a very dramatic day in this case. Talk us through what has happened.
Indeed. Katrina, this day has been charged with emotion, with expectation, because after months of speculation, of secrecy, of silence almost, we now have a bit of clarity about the charges leveled against the artist David, whose legal name is David Anthony Burke. David is now charged with first-degree murder of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. We heard from the district attorney earlier in the day, who said that these charges also involve multiple sexual acts with a child and mutilation of her body. The district attorney also said that the special circumstances that has to do with the first-degree murder also involves financial gain. He accuses the 21-year-old TikTok star of murdering Celeste to maintain his gains, to maintain his lucrative career that she allegedly was threatening. He has since pleaded not guilty in the criminal court in that building behind me. And I must tell you, the mood in that room when the family walked in, when Celeste's family, her parents, her mom and dad walked in, visibly upset, was quite emotional. There was silence as they walked in and sat down. David also appeared. That was his first court appearance, and he pleaded not guilty. The teenager's body was mutilated. It was badly decomposed to a point where the coroner initially said it was hard to determine the cause of death. And he also said that she seemed to be dead weeks before she was found. She was found in David's Tesla. And what's interesting as well in the timeline of these events is that a day after her body was found back in September, he was actually on stage doing a national tour. And then everything stopped. The tour was canceled. He went silent, away from the limelight. And then after months of speculation, of almost silence about what exactly happened, now know that there was a grand jury hearing, listening to evidence, hearing evidence that was not made public. The defense now said that they want public hearings, and we're expecting the next hearing to be this week. It's going to be a procedural hearing. But the heartache, the mourning of the family and the friends continues as the circumstances surrounding Celeste's death remain unanswered. We know that she was last seen alive in April 2025 when she went to David's home in the Hollywood Hills, and she was never seen or heard of again.
Okay, Shaima Khalil, our LA correspondent, thank you for that. Now, still to come, we will be talking about Sir Keir Starmer, because he insists he didn't mislead the House of Commons, but Conservative leaders are still calling for his resignation over his decision to appoint Lord Peter Mandelson to the job of US Ambassador. Do stay with us for that. Around the world and across the UK, this is BBC News.
She looks like you, Dad.
Aw, she's got your smile.
Carl.
Yep, your #1 broker's here to welcome your new little dependent.
Actually, we invest with Schwab now. They have everything we need all in one place.
I can set up her college fund.
I've been learning about the trading strategies. Schwab helps me generate retirement income.
All this Schwab is everything you need is making me cranky.
Does somebody need a map?
Schwab!
Invest your way with Schwab.
In a 24-hour news cycle, patience can be so frustrating, but it's a crucial tool. I don't rush to be the first. I strive to get it right. I'm Lucy Hawkins on BBC News Now.
You're live with BBC News. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer was trying to salvage his political reputation today as he insisted to MPs that he did not mislead the House of Commons over Lord Mandelson as US ambassador. Mandelson was removed from his post last year after more details emerged of his relationship with the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Sir Keir Starmer said he and other ministers were not told that Peter Mandelson had failed his vetting, and that it beggared belief that officials chose not to reveal it to them. Opposition leaders said what the whole situation did reveal was that the Prime Minister should resign. Our political editor, Chris Mason, has a story.
At the heart of Westminster, the power bases of government. Through these arches, the Foreign Office. And beyond, just footsteps away, Downing Street. This is a row about what folk in this building were told or not told by folk in this one, the Foreign Office. And beyond that, there is a central question about the Prime Minister's credibility.
Prime Minister Keir Starmer.
I should not have appointed Peter Mandelson. I take responsibility for that decision, and I apologise again to the victims of the paedophile Jeffrey Epstein, who were clearly failed by my decision.
Today was about the process. Servants in the Foreign Office. A few weeks after that, Lord Mandelson failed.
Fucking do this.
Breaks and
in Westminster recently.
Has thrown his staff and
in power.
The country thinks a simple sorry is inadequate from him. Will he take personal responsibility for his staggering and unforgivable errors of judgment and resign?
He has a track record of appointing Labour's most favoured sons and daughters
to plumb government jobs and into the House of Lords.
The Scottish National Party asked whether the Prime Minister was gullible, incompetent, or both. Some Labour backbenchers were more supportive, others were not.
It seems wholly incredible that this decision was made on a personal whim by a senior civil servant, and is it not that it was made because of the political pressure from Number 10 to advance a man who a particular faction in the Labour Party has looked to for moral and spiritual leadership for years?
The Prime Minister said he should have been told about the failed vetting in any circumstance. And look what happened when a Your Party MP said this.
He is gaslighting the nation, so let's call this out for what it is. The Prime Minister is a barefaced liar, and if you had any decency left...
No, order, sit and leave.
Zara Sultana wasn't the only one heading out early for breaking Parliament's rules about language.
The MPs on this side of the House don't believe it. His own gullible backbenchers don't believe it. So does the Prime Minister agree with me? He's been lying.
Reform's chief whip, responsible for party discipline, also found himself disciplined by the Speaker.
I will not withdraw. That man couldn't lie straight in bed.
Order. Mr. Anderson, you'll have to leave.
Later, the Prime Minister said,
I did not mislead the House of Commons. I accept that information that I should have had, and information that the House should have been before the House, but I did not mislead the House, and that's why I've set out the account in full.
As for Lord Mandelson, the former ambassador was seen walking his dog today. The impact of his appointment and his sacking still reverberating around Westminster.
Now, Pope Leo is nearing the end of an 11-day tour of Africa, focusing on peace and social justice, before leaving Angola to make his way to Equatorial Guinea on Tuesday, which is the final leg of his trip. The Pope flew to the northeastern town of Soromo, where he urged Angolans to unite and move their war-torn country forward. Our BBC Africa senior correspondent, Nomsa Maseko, has been following the papal visit and sent this report from Angola's capital, Luanda.
Pope Leo finalized the third leg of his tour of 4 African countries with a visit to a nursing home in the oil and mineral-rich country where he decried the exploitation of natural resources. Tens of thousands of worshippers welcomed him in Kilamba, near the capital Luanda, on Sunday. He urged Angolans to move beyond the divisions created by decades of war.
We are one spirit and one body. I urge the people of Angola to build a country which past divisions may end forever, where hatred and violence disappears, where the sickness of corruption will be replaced by a new culture of justice.
For many here, this message felt personal. In a country scarred by the legacy of a brutal civil war as well as inequality. The pontiff also visited a 16th century shrine in the city of Mushima, which was the epicenter of the African slave trade, and recalled the sorrow and suffering endured by generations of Africans.
The city of Mushima has become an important place of pilgrimage here in southern Africa. It also serves as a stark reminder of the horrors inflicted by Europeans on the native population. The Angolan government is turning this area into a religious tourism destination with the construction of a basilica and a pilgrim square, which is expected to attract millions of worshippers.
The apostolic journey of the pontiff will end with a visit to Equatorial Guinea, where 80% of the country's population is Catholic. Many hope Leo will address the human rights injustices in a country ruled by President Obiang Nguema's authoritarian government.
Now you can see more about Pope Leo's visit on our website. Just want to bring you a look also at the skyline in Lebanon at the moment. We were reporting on that a little earlier. That's Beirut. There you can see all quiet there. That ceasefire, fragile ceasefire, does appear to be holding at this moment in time. But we have more for you on that developing story. Do stay with us. I'm Katrina Perry. Thanks for watching BBC News.
This is the story of the one. The one knows the unexpected can put everything on the line. But with a teammate like Granger, she's confident that she will always win the day. Call, click, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
With 4imprint, you get more than promo products. You get the certainty of personal service, design expertise, and unmatched quality to make your moment shine. Visit 4imprint.com. 4imprint for certain.
Uh-oh, it's Ted's turn to cook dinner tonight. And Ted forgot to go to the grocery store after work. Not to worry, Ted. Home Chef's got your back. With Home Chef, fresh, pre-portioned ingredients get delivered straight to your front door. Home Chef's oven-ready meals come with ingredients pre-chopped and ready to throw into this oven-safe tin. Well, would you look at that? Dinner's already done. But wait, someone's hoping for leftovers. Get 18 free meals, free shipping, and free dessert for life.
Did anybody get back to Deborah Simmons yet? Good news, everyone. We're switching to Quo.
Quo's business phone system gives your team full visibility into every conversation, so everyone stays up to date.
Meet the most insightful way to never scoop again. Litter Robot 5 Pro, the next generation of litter robot. Litter Robot 5 Pro from Whisker, the greatest invention since cats.
If you believe in innovation in the U.S. and you think AI, electric vehicles, space technologies, it's really a bet on the future, and a lot of customers are willing to take that bet.
The cost of the driver's time is very high. And so the crossover point when the autonomous vehicle can become a cost-effective substitute for the driver's time is relatively early.
I think the movement towards cleaner tech and e-mobility and cleaner energy is a movement that you can't stop now because it makes good economic sense.
Many countries here in the region are a part of a trade agreement framework, right? So when you negotiate trade agreements, those are the rules, and we all respect those rules.
Does engaging with the US require you to break off all ties with China? And I think the leadership here is saying no.
Business on BBC News.
In a world where media is evolving faster than ever before,
Where stories are shared in bite-sized portions.
influencers change minds.
And news arrives in an instant.
We hear from media insiders on their perspective on the world.
And uncover the stories behind the latest trends.
Join us for the Media Show on BBC News. BBC News experts bring us a deeper understanding of what's going on beneath the day's big stories. Now on BBC News, Newscast.
Hello, it's Adam in the Newscast studio. And it is Chris at Westminster. Later on, we're going to catch up with Lise Doucette because she has managed to get into Iran. She's been there for a couple of days and she's been speaking to me from Tehran, the capital. So we'll get an interesting insight into what life is like actually in that country that we've talked about so much over the last couple of weeks. But first of all, we're going to get the latest from Chris at West.
Good evening and welcome to MTV's News Today for April 20, 2026. I am Ashley Scotland and here's what's in the headlines tonight. Mobilization on the way for countrywide large-scale onion cultivation. Public urge to report child abuse as over 800 cases have been recorded this year. Surge on the way to procure new vessel for Guyana, Barbados, Trinidad route. And in sport, GOG and GOA host Commonwealth Games King's Baton Relay. In the near future, ferry service between Guyana, Barbados, and Trinidad is expected to commence. Minister of Agriculture Zulfikar Mustafa said the parties are actively searching for a vessel suitable for the route, noting that the delay was due to the initially identified vessel being deemed unsuitable. Denny Raffel opens tonight's newscast.
Minister of Agriculture Zulfikar Mustafa today disclosed that Guyana continued to work to increase connectivity for agriculture produce and other goods between Guyana, Trinidad, and Barbados, and the plan is to have a vessel-flight trade between the three nations. Providing an update today, he said soon the country will see a new vessel to start the route. Minister Mustafa disclosed that it was supposed to start already, but setback caused a delay with the first vessel that was identified.
He was earmarked. Plans were on stream, but when they check it, it was not conducive, so to speak, to do that route between Guyana, Trinidad, and Barbados. They are still looking at that and hoping they can find a suitable ferry so that they could start this route.
He said while Guyana get ready to welcome this new vessel that will increase trade and cooperation, they continue to ensure the country is fully prepared to welcome the new vessel, but work actively on the way at the Parika Development Park.
For a fact that the President had indicated and remarked Parika as the site for our areas that the ferry will land. And right now the port facility is for research and rehabilitation. So I'm hoping shortly we can get that.
He said the ferry will boost the country's export to Barbados and Trinidad, but in the meantime, agriculture export has not stopped between the three nations. He further disclosed that in a week from now, Guyana will make a large export shipment of 100% locally produced soybean to Barbados. Reporting for MTV News Update, I am Indy Rafael.
Director of the Child Care and Protection Agency, Levine Gavaya, is urging the public to come forward and report any incidents of child abuse, as over 800 cases have already been recorded this year. There is more.
The Child Care and Protection Agency has recorded 831 cases of child abuse this year, marking an increase when compared to the same period last year, recording 805 cases. This is according to Director of CCPA, Levine Gavaya. During an interview with MTV News Update, Gavaya said most of the cases were neglect, followed by physical, then sexual abuse. She further explained that through the Every Child Safe campaign, the agency has been involved in comprehensive work with the community on abuse against children.
We had, in 2025, 150 Every Child Safe campaigns across this country, while the year before we had 120. That was in 2024. Saying all of this is the amount of work that is being done. It's not just from the agency, but the entire ministry takes on these outreaches